Today we're gonna revive our vintage RC cars, an electric and a gasser. And the first thing, after 20 years sitting in a basement, and we're gonna check if every receiver and the electronics are still working. And this used to be connected to this one, and it was still connected after all these years. And I'm really worried that the wires are bad from the electric, because the positive wire is totally green from the inside out. The copper wires is totally blacked out. That's very bad. When too much current to it, it's very obvious. But I got a 4-pan light of 4 AA batteries inside here. It's all package for the gasser. And it gives 6 volts, so I can hook it up to the receiver and put some batteries in the transmitters, so we can check if the servos and the receivers and transmitters are still all working fine. And that way I can find out what's working, what's not, and what do I need to order online to get them back and bring them back to life. So let's try it out. Let's see what we got. The engine and everything is very dirty, a lot of grease, a lot of oil. It's been used a lot, but I've been checking the wires if there are any breakings, or maybe the wires are falling apart after 35 years, because they are 30 plus years old, that's for sure. But the wires are still looking okay. Maybe the plastic is turned really hard with the connectors, but also the connecting pins are looking quite clean. I should clean them up a lot more, of course. And yeah, the inside, you just don't know. We just need to check. It's a small check, because we're gonna open the servos and replace the grease and oil and revive them. Because you can imagine, after 35 years, 30 plus years, that the grease and oil is just like the gasoline. It's just gooey and getting hard and just doesn't do its job, and you don't want to break it. I just hook it up. I already hear something. This is a special moment. After 20 years, let's check. And it made a noise. So I guess it's on or off, because I got a switch here, and the receiver is getting power from 8 AA pen lights. And nothing, so it's off perhaps. Ew. First signs of life. It shivers a little bit, but means the crystals, the receiver is still transmitting, it's still receiving. And the wires are, and this one is working nice, not shivering at all. I shouldn't do this a lot, because of course the grease is very bad. This is one we still need to. After 20 years, you can imagine that you're a little bit rusted and still need to be greased and new. And it will be going a lot smoother then, of course. Let's hope, fingers crossed. Those are okay. It's maybe expensive, but it lasts a lifetime. So you definitely get what you paid for. Robbe, thank you very much. You are quality. Expensive, but 30 plus years old and still working. Whew, whew. For my other projects, we will be ordering also just new stuff, but then cheap. That probably won't last so long as this. And this is the second receiver, also from Robbe. This one is that one was 27 megahertz, but with the crystals it's not 27, it's 26.9995. And this is on a 40 megahertz receiver. But also works with a crystal. There's a little gray piece right here. That's the crystal, and this is just off 30 megahertz, a little bit off, giving you a unique code for you and your transmitter. But it's not unique. You always needed to ask your neighbors and everyone else close by playing with the airplanes if they have the same crystal as you, because if they do, then you will be crashing somebody's plane by accident. Things happened in the past. Luckily nowadays we have the 2.4 gigahertz. It's awesome, but this is also nice and also have its advantage, but also its disadvantage. This is the way it is. But they used to run on this very big NINSID battery, and I want to change it up to LiPo battery. I've already been checking the internet, to keep it cheap, because that's me. Most of the parts I already have. I just need to replace a few, and we need to check out what. But to check out the servos and the receiver and the transmitter, because it's also been standing still for 20 years in a box, buried deep in the shed, not knowing it was there, and survived like that, hopefully the test of times, because this was my baby back then, and now it's all of mine. This is the wires that are going to the back. That was changing the voltage from 7.2 to around 5 volts for the receiver. And now I want to hook up this battery to the receiver, but this is a female and I need a male. I do have wires, but I need a wire that has a male on this side and a male on that side. Yeah, I got a setup from the gasser. They give me 2 males and an on and off switch. That was probably on and off. I need to write it down somewhere. It's connected. And keep our fingers crossed. Everything is hooked up, set up, and now it's just a question of hoping that the transmitter works like it does, and straight away they come to life, so it's on. Also shaking and everything, but steering, both servos are working. Not properly, but they are working, and the receivers and transmitters are working. So yes, again, quality stuff, built for life. So definitely it's money, every single buck. Thank you, Robbe. Luckily I got a lot of spare tires, and these are a little bit turned flat from standing still so long in one place. Same goes for the back wheels, sadly enough. But maybe we can revive them in some way, some kind. We will see that later on. At least I'm very happy the electronics are working. Now I only need to order some battery, some charger, some gasoline nitro, and an electric starter, or perhaps we got a DIY trick to start them up, because these engines don't have a cord. And I will be ordering those stuff straight away, and in the meantime we're gonna clean them all up, and hopefully when the stuff arrives I got it all cleaned up and set back together, waiting for the batteries and the gasser and the nitro when it comes in, and the way to start it. But we can check and revive them, bring them back to life, and drive them like we stole it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you liked the videos. Hope you will be liking and subscribing. They're coming a lot more, step by step. The next step is disassembly of the gasser and cleaning all the parts, and build myself an ultrasonic cleaner, because I really can't find it, sadly enough. See you next time. Ciao.